Welcome back to the Sanctuary of Truth, the only corner of the digital world where we sweep away the debris of rumors to uncover the gold hidden underneath. You are watching whatever you need. If you have woken up in recent weeks with a heavy heart, scrolling through your feeds only to find the sky clouded by merciless speculation, today marks the breaking of the dawn. For the legions of fans devoted to the ethereal connection between Çağatay Ulusoy and the radiant Hazal Kaya, the last month has felt like a long, stubborn night. We have been living in a suffocating atmosphere of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. But I am here to tell you that the storm has broken. This is not a story about anonymous insiders, shadowy leaks, or the faceless sources that feed the tabloid machine. This is about a voice that matters stepping forward with absolute conviction. Someone who stands at the very center of the story, a guardian of the private hearth, has finally spoken, and in doing so, he has altered the trajectory of everything we thought we knew. Today on Whatever You Need, we are analyzing the intervention that saved a narrative. We are deconstructing the words of a father who rose to protect his son, and we are witnessing the formation of a family bond that is stronger than any headline. But before we step into the garden of truth, I have a question for you, the heartbeat of this channel. Do you believe that true love can survive without the support of family, or is that blessing the final piece of the puzzle? If you appreciate these deep, cinematic dives into the lives of the stars you adore, please ensure you are subscribed to Whatever You Need. And for those who wish to support our independent storytelling and access exclusive community discussions, the join button is waiting for you below. Your membership is the fuel that keeps our lights on. Now, let us exhale together and listen. To truly understand the magnitude of what happened today, we must first acknowledge the turbulence we have just survived. The entertainment world has been drenched in a manufactured storm designed to unsteady the bond between Çağatay Ulusoy and Hazal Kaya. It was a campaign of corrosive inventions. Social media feeds and glossy magazine covers were overflowing with a toxic script. We read of jealousy spirals that supposedly no one could control. We read of professional ambition eclipsing personal tenderness. We woke up, day after day, to fresh headlines announcing that their fairy tale had run out of pages. That the breakup was either imminent or, worse, had already happened behind closed doors. The narrative was relentless. Their rising success had become an immovable wall, misunderstandings had replaced affection. There was a genuine, palpable fear among the fanbase that these relentless falsehoods might eventually chip away at something precious. It is easy to wonder in the face of such pressure, whether the constant noise might collide with their private life and cause a real fracture. Yet, in our anxiety, we forgot one vital truth: bonds with deep roots do not bow to passing winds. Just when the night seemed at its thickest, the light arrived. And it did not come from a studio spotlight or a PR firm's press release. It came from the sanctity of a family home. The hero of today's story does not wear fame like armor. He does not perform for applause, and he has no interest in the trappings of celebrity. We are speaking of Kagate Ulusoy's father. He is a gentleman of another generation, a patriarch who observes with steady eyes and loves without posturing. For years he has lived quietly, choosing dignity over spectacle. But when he sensed that his son's happiness and the reputation of the woman he loves were being threatened by a runaway circus of lies, he rose with calm, unwavering strength. Exhausted by the fabrications, sick of seeing his family name dragged through the sludge of speculation, he broke his silence. He didn't come forward with rage. He came forward with protective love, the kind of love that pulls the plug on the noise. In an exclusive interview, granted with the sole purpose of closing the curtain on this farce, he spoke with a clarity that silenced the room. With the quiet force of someone grounded in absolute truth, he said, "I've heard too many inventions on television, and I can't stand by any more. I know my son's heart better than anyone. Kagate would never walk away from Hazal. She is the counterpart of his soul." Let us pause and let those words sink into our marrow. The counterpart of his soul. He did not call her a girlfriend. He did not call her a partner. He chose language that is spiritual, language that feels like a vow. In a culture where family bonds are sacred and the word of an elder holds the ultimate moral authority, a father's affirmation like this outweighs armies of publicists. It is not a statement, it is a benediction. It is a seal that says this love is not just a chapter in Kagate's life, it is the essence of it. But he didn't stop there. Aware of the insidious whispers about alleged tension between Hazal and the Ulusoy family, he wanted to make her position crystal clear. Hazal is not just my son's partner, he said softly. To us, she is already a daughter. She is kind, genuine, and my son's love for her is immeasurable. Those words go straight to the heart of every rumor that tried to paint a wall between the families. To call her a daughter is to open the most guarded door. It is to welcome her not only into the house but into the lineage. It is a gesture of radical acceptance. This is such a powerful moment. It completely rewrites the story the media has been trying to sell us. It's a reminder that real life happens at the dinner table, not on Twitter. I want to ask you, how did you feel when you heard these words? Did you feel a sense of relief? Let us know in the comments below. We read every single perspective. And if you are enjoying this detailed breakdown, please take a second to hit the like button. It helps us find other fans who are tired of the fake news. For those who want to help us keep investigating these stories, clicking that join button makes you a vital part of our team. We appreciate you more than you know. The father's intervention reached its emotional peak not in grand declarations, but in a quiet, private memory, something we would never have glimpsed on our own. He described a scene from just a few days ago in the family garden. Picture it with me, the late afternoon light turning the leaves to gold, the breath of a gentle breeze moving through the branches, and two people sitting close on a bench. I saw them holding hands and speaking about the future, the father recounted, his smile palpable even through the retelling. There was a light in their eyes you can't fake. They looked at each other in a way that told me, in that exact second, nothing and no one could force them apart. This isn't a glossy promo scene from a TV drama. It is the quiet truth of two people at home, their world reduced to a bench and a conversation, and a father standing witness to a love that doesn't perform for cameras. It is a testament to the fact that their bond exists in the quiet moments, far away from the noise. The impact of these words was immediate and visceral. Cameras soon found Kagate Ulusoy as he stepped out from a long, grueling day on set. He must have been exhausted, carrying the weight of the production on his shoulders. But when reporters relayed what his father had said, witnesses describe a shift in his entire demeanor. His eyes filled with emotion and pride. The tension of the last few weeks seemed to evaporate. With a smile that softened the night, he confirmed everything. My father is my compass, he told the reporters, his voice trembling just enough to reveal the depth of his gratitude. He has always understood me. If he says I won't leave Hazal, it's because it is the plain truth. Hazal is my fate and my haven. Don't let the fabrications fool you, we are happier than ever. To call someone your haven is to call them your shelter. It means she is the place he returns to when the world gets too loud. In that single sentence, Kagate built a fortress wall around their life. And what of Hazal Kaya? Poised as ever, her joy couldn't help but shine when she was reached moments later. The assurance that the family of the man she loves stands by her is a treasure beyond any magazine cover or award. With the grace that has always set her apart, she responded, feeling the embrace of Kagate's family is the most meaningful gift to me. His father is a wise man, and I respect him deeply. His words gave me strength. The bond between us cannot be broken. Hear that word, cannot. Not brittle. Not conditional. Unbreakable. Not only did she reaffirm her love for him, but she also honored the tradition and showed her reverence for his family. In doing so, she closed the door on the manipulative narrative that tried to pit home against heart. She proved she is not an outsider, she is the foundation. But this story doesn't end with quotes on a street corner. Our most trusted sources tell us that after this rush of public emotion, an intimate dinner took place. A small family gathering organized to thank the father whose voice cut through the fog. Imagine the room, a table lovingly set, dishes filled with the comforting fragrance of home cooking, glasses clinking, hands clasping longer than usual. The atmosphere, we are told, felt like winning a fair fight. It was the relief of a family that had weathered a storm and come out dry on the other side. The good kind of rumor says that at one point, all eyes found their way to the head of the table as Kagate raised his glass. He looked his father in the eyes and said, "Thank you for reminding the world how completely I love this woman." It wasn't a toast to publicity. It was a promise renewed in front of the only audience that truly matters. The magazines that tried to split them have been forced to step back and taste their own bitter words. Kagate isn't leaving Hazal, and Hazal isn't leaving Kagate. As his father essentially told us, he knows his son's heart. And that heart beats steadfastly for her. They are not just a favorite on-screen pairing, nor just two luminous careers crossing paths. They are a family in formation, one that learns, protects, and celebrates together. That is what lasts. That is what withstands the seasons. As for the future, it seems full of light. With a father's blessing and fans who never stop believing, the road ahead looks steady. Perhaps that conversation in the garden hinted at plans, maybe a more permanent home, maybe planting roots where they can always return. Whatever it is, they will build it on the firm ground they've defended so bravely these weeks. Thank you for joining us to celebrate this victory of truth on whatever you need. If this story warmed your heart, please leave a star emoji in the comments. And remember, if you want to support independent storytelling that respects the stars, clicking that join button is the best way to help. Until next time, trust the roots, not the wind. Goodbye.